Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Shoeshine Mike. Welcome to Lions of the Desert podcast. We got a good show today. We got to preview our Lions this Sunday night at Philadelphia. I cannot wait for the Lions Eagles game. It's being talked about like you would not believe on all social media and all sports channels. Pretty much a prelude to the NFC Championship. There's going to be some tough stuff going on in this game. And I'll get to it with everything like the way Philly played against Green Bay the other night, which was very kind of slow and sloppy, right? But let's do this first. I'm at the Detroit Coney Grill here at 6953 North Hayden Road, right south of Indian Bend. Dan Campbell's on the air right now on NFL Live, talking about how he loves taking over for John Morton and calling the plays, and I hope he does, right? So anyway, we're Detroit Coney Grill. Now, if you ever want to order ahead of time, most people know what they want here. There are a lot of regulars here. All the Detroit Lions fans will be here Sunday night. We do live play-by-play of the game. We have the greatest time. And if you're a Lions fan, this is the place to be. It truly is. Excuse me, in the entire valley, right? So anyway, here we are. We have two locations. The other one, 1422 West Warner Road in Gilbert, right off McQueen. And that's really nice. The difference is here you order your food, then it's brought to your table. But over there, it's total dining room service, right up front. So it's pretty nice stuff, and it's really, really well done, right? But let me give you some numbers in case you want to order something ahead of time, or you just want information on anything Detroit Coney Grill. All right, first off, in Scottsdale, 480-597-4300. 480-597-4300 for Scottsdale. In Gilbert, 480-272-9842. 480-272-9842. These people are fantastic. We've been doing the podcast here for quite a while, a couple of years now. I still remember the one night that we did when the Rams lost to the Lions in their first playoff game since '92. It was just outstanding. And they're showing the ranks for the Lions and the Eagles. Winning percentage, Lions are first, Eagles second. A point difference, first, second, Lions. Yards difference, the Lions have two. And everything. These guys are 1-2 and everything. This is going to be one heck of a game. The road atmosphere um, in Philly and Dan Campbell, I quote, the Lions are going to eat it up. I think the Lions are ready for this, and especially the way we saw the Eagles play last Monday night. Eagles are favored 2.5, which means toss up. That's just a toss up game. Usually that 2.5 always goes to the home team. It's the way the boys in Vegas cover themselves on a home game, sometimes. So that's pretty much about it. I'm waiting for Dave to arrive here. He's supposed to be coming down soon. What I'd like to do though, there's a lot of good games this week, and let's do a preview of uh, of all the games here. Boy, we got some really good ones here. Let's start off on week 11. The Jets and the Patriots are playing tonight. There's no contest here. Uh, they're in New England. I mean, the Patriots are playing at home. It ought to just be. There we go. It ought to be just a fantastic game, and it ought to just be kind of rock and roll, and that's what we want. Drake May is just playing lights out. The Jets now they have two wins, and give Aaron Glenn some credit. He's really giving it a shot. By the way, I only drink Fagel Rock and Rye from Detroit, Michigan, the best pop on earth. It is good and it is good for you. So anyway, I don't see much of a game with the Jets. I really don't. I'll take the Patriots straight out, not even blinking an eye. Sunday morning, 7:30, the Washington Redskins in Miami. Miami pulled off a big win. The real upset of the Bills. That was a major upset. And Washington, of course, got slapped around by the Detroit Lions last Sunday. Um, I like the fact that Dan Campbell took over playing duties. Nothing on John Morton. But the last time he was there, he was more of an advisor, and that's probably the role he'll play. Very good advisor, though. He always would call plays, know what the weaknesses are, give the signals to Dan or Ben Johnson to make those calls. So, but I have to take the Dolphins at home for the way they played last week. Here's an itchy one. This one's going to be interesting. The Packers are at the Giants. Okay, um, both sides are up in the air, kind of what I'm going to give it to the Giants just for home field advantage. Um, I know Coach Lafleur of the Packers is in kind of a bad way right now. He's kind of really getting, I don't know, really downhearted from his fans because the way they played. When you only score 7 points in a Monday night game in your house, that's tough. That's a really tough thing to overcome. I have a lot of Packers friends that are friends, um, and they were really disgusted with that Monday night game. Everybody else turned it off. It was boring as crap. I of course stayed to watch it because I'm watching Philly because we're playing them this weekend. Good things on Philly and defensive line. Okay, that's kind of good. Um, they're going through a real discussion up here on the Lions and the Eagles, and I can't wait to pick it up on YouTube later on. But I'll tell you what, don't fool around with that. Don't fool around with that. This is going to be a good game. It starts at 6:20 here in our little burg, North Scottsdale, and they're actually being very colorful in their explanations. Well, we'll catch that later. We're taking the Lions here, and I don't see it as that tough um, of a discussion. The Lions are playing good ball. You got Dan Campbell right there, ready to go with them all. And I think we're going to see a really good game Sunday. I'm praying we are. I don't see another one like Monday night with the Packers, but the Lions don't play that way. All right, the Lions don't play that way. We'll see a good game, and I'm quite positive of it. Okay, so we're going to take the Packers Giants. Like I said, I'm just going to go even keel with it. I'm going to take the Giants at home, and that's what I can do because when a team like the Packers come in, they really want to play. They really want to play. It's just going to be so awesome. The Texans at the Titans. The Texans, hands down. The Titans haven't found their way yet. They're getting there. They'll get there. Tennessee will get there, but it's going to take a little bit of a while. That's going to take a little while for them to catch on, but they'll be okay sooner or later. The Panthers and the Falcons. I got so many throw-up games today because these so many evenly matched. The parity is really apparent. With the Panthers and Falcons, the parity is apparent. They're in Atlanta. I will take the home team in Atlanta. Now, here comes the division game. The Bears are at the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy at home against the Bears, who've been playing very well. We're 6-3 with them, but we have first place because of the tiebreaker. And Green Bay in second place because of the tie. Um, I don't. I guess the Bears are favored by something like a point and a half or 2.5 points. I'm going to take the Vikings at home. Their fans have been screaming for this one, and I think they're gonna go ahead and play lights out. I think they're going to give them a real rumble tumble, and we'll see what happens on there. But Khalid Williams is starting to play a little bit better, and it's all on JJ. Is he healthy? Is he able to play? Can he run? Because he's a good running quarterback. I know we all saw that at Michigan, didn't we? Okay. Next up, the Chargers and the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence has not looked good at all this year. Something is either got his head or whatever, but he's not running. He's not passing that ball around like he used to and doing really well at that. I'm going to take the Chargers just because of Bobby Hairbare, right? And God bless you. I think it was Keenan Allen broke the record for most receptions by Chargers last week, and good luck to him and all that. But the Jim Harbaugh team, I don't know. Harbaugh wants it. You give them to the Chargers. In spite of the record, so many people are calling them pretenders. I will never call a Jim Harbaugh coach team pretender ever. The gut feeling to win is always there. The next one will be interesting. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Now, Josh Allen is ready. I'm sure they're all ready. They had a bad game last week with Miami, so we have to kind of keep an eye on that one. I'm going to look at the Bills, take it back home. That they don't want to lose two in a row. Tampa Bay, since the Detroit game has dropped. Since the Lions beat them on Monday Night Football, they have dropped down. They have just not really shown. Um, Baker just taking a timeout as far as I'm concerned. So we'll keep going on that one there. Now, the Niners at the Cardinals. Everyone's going to scream Niners immediately. I do not know. It's Brissett, and everybody's out. Harrison is hurt. Of course, you know, Tyler's hurt. So you got Leisure with Trey McBride. Okay. and he's going to have to show something because they've got to win again. They've got to show something. Right now the Rams are running away with the division, but I would like to see the Cardinals do something. Seahawks and the Rams. This is picnic dinner on a Sunday afternoon in Los Angeles. Seahawks are busy. They're both good teams. They're both in charge of their division, their area, tied for first, so they're right close to each other. And everyone's picking the Seahawks because of their defense, which you have Mike McDonald up there, who used to be with the Ravens and it was with the Wolverines in their championship year, doing the defensive calls. So that could be a lot of fun. But I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I'm going to go with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua. Um, I'm just going to go with that one. And I'll just go with them on that one. Then the Chiefs and the Broncos. If I would say that the Broncos could win, so many people would call that an upset. No, it's not. I mean, Kansas City still has their place and their reign and everything else like that. I'm calling for the Broncos to beat the Chiefs this weekend. It's an afternoon game, just like Seahawks and Rams, and the Niners and Cardinals. Those are afternoon games. But I fully trust. I do. I fully trust the Broncos to take that game. I'm not going to go anywhere else on it. That's the way I want to do it. Get the Lions Eagles. After that, we'll come back on that one. Monday night's game next week is the Cowboys and the Raiders. The Raiders, my buddy Chris Bourbon would say. That's going to be an interesting game. But I'm going to take the Raiders at home. I don't think the Cowboys got anything anymore. Dak Prescott's been playing good. They're doing all right. They tied Green Bay. They come to Detroit the week after Thanksgiving, that Thursday night after Thanksgiving. And I can't wait for that. By the way, the halftime presentation at that game on Prime Video will be the Temptations from Detroit. We know it's not the original band, but there's a group of guys. I saw them here in Phoenix. They were really, really good. But they do the Temptations and do it very, very well. I'm raised on the east side of Detroit, and I remember when that came out, 64, 65. All of us, there was 5 kids in our family then. The other 2 came a little bit later. But we all played the Temptations. Everybody was in front of their house doing Temptations or the Supremes. It was just too cool and a wonderful way to be raised. Temptations, halftime. Lions. All right, Cowboys at Lions, December 4th. I'm taking the Raiders in this game to win at home, and that's just the way it is. Now, the Lions and the Eagles. This is going to be an interesting game. Now, I know some Lions notes now. DJ Reed is back practicing, but so is Hassanin. Hassanin, our new, I think it was 7th round. We picked him up from Boise State. New to the United States, said he would die for the coach. Great attitude and everything. He'd been hurt. The Lions re-signed him, just as they said they would. Brad Holmes keeps his word. Everybody knows that. So he re-signed him, and now he's up on practice. I don't know if he practiced today, but we'll see. But I'm seeing people come back. This week, Josh Pascal comes back on that line. Marcus Davenport is being cleaned for this line. Good defense, Derek Barnes, Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell in the linebacker group. The front, though, I'm still going to look at, of course, Aiden Hutchinson, Aleen McNeil, Tyleek Williams is going to play this weekend, and then you'll have Davenport and or Muhammad on the right side. So the same stuff is still there. The quarterback situation, I really don't know. Terry Arnold, I'm sure, will be left corner. Amik Robinson played the other corner. He got Brian Branch back. And probably Steve Harper will be the other safety. But it needs to be mayhem. The one person I've been missing in these games last couple of weeks is Kirby Joseph. Right? Have you noticed no interceptions, no killer plays? He always has a good play. And that was one thing we really missed about not having Kirby Joseph there last few weeks. I'm sure that'll heal up. You look at the offense, man, come on. The O-line, it could be a problem. I don't think it's going to be a problem that they're all making it out to be. All right, you got Taylor Decker left tackle. I'm pretty sure it's either going to be us, Miosa, I think that's how you pronounce his name, or Dan Skipper on left guard. Graham Glasgow in the middle of center, okay. Rutledge, and Penny Sewell on the right-hand side. That trio of those three, right? Glasgow, Rutledge, and they rock it. A lot of runs were made by the running backs, both Montgomery and Gibbs, last week against the Redskins. But they're much better. The Eagles are much better one-stop game than that. So I'll look at that. But it's all going to be those front lines, and same with the O line. Same with the O line. You know, I mean, we got to have that going. But then I look, I'm around St. Brown, Tesla. I don't know how, but Tesla, I think is how they're going to go for it. But Jamison Williams last week, when Dan Campbell's calling the plays, you've got to let a player of this caliber be himself. Throw him the ball and leave him alone. Throw him the ball, leave him alone. No plan on how far he goes, whatever. He will look back. He'll see where you're going to throw the ball. Jared Goff is very good at that. Speaking of which, Jared has to stay safe in the pocket this week. Period. He just needs to stay safe in the pocket and get those things done. Gibbs, Montgomery, let him go. Let him go. But I think all the players are going to be going. I wish they could do a fake on both of them. Left side. I would love that. See that. I think the left side would be a little. But either way, you switch them off. Let Gibbs go the right end. Go through the Penny Sewell Rutledge, right, side and really gain some ground. That was missing in all those games, especially Minnesota. That was really missing in Minnesota. Let them be themselves. Tight ends, Brock Wright, and Sam Laporta. Both are excellent players and extremely good blockers. Khalif Raymond will be there too. I'm sure he'll be on the line. He'll be returning the kicks. I would be so cool to see him get one against Philly. That would just be so cool. And we'll look forward to that. The game starts at 6:20. Okay? I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Don't go away. We'll look at the rest of the Lions' schedule because it's all coming up now. Thanksgiving with the Packers. We got some good football coming, folks.
Yeah, fried zucchini. You want to do like the chipotle aioli ranch? I mean, like, go on. I feel like it's on the back burner since it's not summer. Yeah.
I came in here 2 weeks ago.
Okay, we're back now. Something else I wanted to mention, by the way. Downtown Detroit must be crazy right now because the Lions, the Pistons, and the Red Wings are all in a lead of their division, all up top of their division. And we are having such a good time seeing it downtown. The tickets are selling out. Everybody is ready to go. I love every second of seeing that, and just watching the whole shebang go. So, it turns out they're all right. Let's say hi to a few friends that I haven't seen for a while. And I want them to come down and say hello. Cole Lauderman and his new baby, right? Cole's the internet manager at Arrowhead BMW, a really terrific guy. And I really do. I just like seeing him running around and being happy. He's going to be a great dad. He's a wonderful, wonderful man. Works hard, and you just love seeing that. That's what you love. Also down there, Russ Smith, Eric Barrar. Eric Barrar is a solid guy. Okay, very good, solid kind of guy, and works very hard. So let's look at these guys. They're at Arrowhead BMW. You get Cole Ottoman. He's internet manager now, so you can call him up, make a deal on a car right then and there. Go to the internet. He'll take you right through the whole process. It's a great way to buy a car, as far as I know, because I'm still not in the 21st century yet. So I have to work at that, huh? So we got that. Call Cole at 309-339-1844. 309-339-1844. All right. Then you had Russ and Erica I told you about. Give Eric a call at 480-486-4270. 480-486-4270. And then Paul Kentner, one of my favorite people in the world at Arrowhead. He has a lot of shoes. Just has a lot of shoes, but a good, solid man. Good guy. He'll sell you a good car. Give Paul a call at 480-334-8878. Everybody else is going right along there and joining me for the Rams game, and I can't wait. Robbie Lemon over at Marquia. Just a solid Rams fan. He was happy to get Stafford and, of course, get the Super Bowl and everything. And we go to the Rams coming up soon. Our schedule, I think, pretty much I feel that's like the main toughest game we have left, because we'll have the Cowboys, Vikings, Packers, Giants, Pittsburgh, Giants at home, Pittsburgh at home, Rams in LA. That might make us 4 losses. I doubt it, though. If we play our game, we're going to win. All the Lions have to do is play their game. Stafford has not beaten Detroit since he went to LA. 3-0 is Jared Goff against Stafford since he's. Nope, I'm sorry about that. 3-1. 3-1, because they did lose that one game in Detroit, but they were pretty close in. So those are coming up. Dallas, I feel in Detroit we'll get them. We'll get them. Pittsburgh and Detroit, we'll get them. Giants in Detroit, we'll get them. Dallas and Detroit, we'll get them. Okay, I mean, and then let's see. And the Indian games, we go to Minnesota and we go to Chicago. We've had them both at our house. Those are the last 2 games of the year, and they just might decide the decision. They just might the division. Pardon me. They just might decide that. So we'll have to take a look at that. Things are going clear here for the Lions. I really want you down here Sunday night. This is going to be a great time here. The place will be packed. Get there early. Kickoffs at 6:20. I would say be here. Get here at 4:30, 5 o'clock to get a seat. They're going to go. They're going to go. They're going to go quick. There's be no fooling around about it. None. I'll be here early as possible. and get my little seat here, do the podcast, and we'll go from there. In the meantime, have a safe and good day. We all love you here from Detroit Coney Grill, Lions of the Desert podcast. And you just do me a favor and just have a really, really wonderful day. And thank you so much. Bye bye.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's that last minute.